playing college sports for a long time. Have you seen something similar to what Colorado's doing in terms of the turnaround over the last year?
I would say, I think Tulane. You know, I think they were pretty low the year before, and the last year they had a great year, I would say, as far as like turnaround teams.
But I imagine it's impressive to you guys just how good. I mean, the game last year with Colorado wasn't competitive. Most of their games weren't. This year, 3-0 as a ranked team.
Yeah, for sure. It's amazing to see that turnaround, for sure.
Coach has been talking about play the game, not the occasion. What does that mean to you? How would you describe what's the right way to go about things for you guys?
Just don't make the moment bigger than what it is. You know, it's another football game, and we're gonna attack our prep like we've done in the past. We're not gonna do anything different that we haven't done before. So just stick to our script and what we've been doing, keeping the main thing the main thing.
This might be a very simple question, but watching them last year on film and now watching them this year, what's just the biggest difference? What pops out to you with this offense?
I mean, it's a different team. It's a completely different football team. They got a whole lot of new weapons on the field, a lot of playmakers, so you got to account for all that.
You face plenty of offenses, different variety, different schemes. Guys like to take deep shots. Last week they tried. Here they do more than try. You guys do a great job of keeping the lid on the coverage. Something has to give this week. What's it about this matchup, what they do to throw the ball deep that makes it unique as a challenge?
They believe in their skilled players. Even I've noticed on film, even if they're covered up, they're still throwing the ball to their skilled players because they believe their players are playmakers. So that's about it pretty much.
What is it about Horn and Weaver, the top two receivers, outside of how Hunter?
I think they're great receivers, fast guys, running nice crisp routes. So.
When you look at this matchup, just what are you most excited for kind of on the field to see? You talked about them being just playmakers. Like, what are you most excited to kind of prove when you go up against a team right now that there's a lot of hype around?
You know, I'm excited to play them because they have a lot of great wide receivers and they're going to test our defense, test our secondary. And, you know, last year we didn't have the best secondary, and this year, you know, we started off pretty good. So, I think it's going to be a great competition for us, a great matchup. I look forward to that.
What do you feel like the improvements have been for just your unit? Because, like you said, you feel like you played better. It's shown up in games. What do you feel like the improvement's been?
It's been tighter coverage. We've communicated better. We understand what we're doing in our defense. It's year 2 in the defense. Like I said, we're playing faster. We got a lot of new additions like Kyrie Jackson and Tysheen Johnson in the back end. So it's been a great help.
I wonder just how the chemistry has come along in the secondary with so many new faces and performed pretty well. Do you feel like that's come along maybe quicker than expected, or how would you, assess that?
We do a lot of walkthroughs, we do a lot of practices, and we do a lot of film. We talk to each other a lot. We have great connection with each other. We understand how each other play and how we're gonna, communicate on the field, and that's just pretty much just been a tale of going from January up to now.
Coach just talked about the penalties. Now you haven't committed any, but what has been addressed by way of accountabilities and those things to you guys as players, and what can you do to help the defense avoid some of the penalties that have been happening?
We got to be a smart football team, man. Just understanding, at times when you need to pull off of the quarterback when the ball's released, not hitting the quarterback and getting that unnecessary roughness. Limit some of those pass interference calls, and just play clean football. So it starts at practice. So we play clean football at practice. It'll translate to the game.
Does this game have a particular meaning to you? I mean, go back 2 years ago. That's when the injury happened, I believe. Go back to last year. There was a big play, but a little bit of confusion in the secondary. Does this have any particular meaning to you or not?
No, it doesn't.
No,
it doesn't.
As someone who's played with Coco before and then he couldn't play last year, just what's his impact been like this season? And just your view from your spot in the defense.
He's a hell of a player, and the last couple of games we're getting sacks, and we're a better football team when he's on the field. So I'm glad to have him on the team, and I'm glad he's healthy and playing that great football player that we expect him to play.
Shedeur is really good at keeping plays alive, especially for you as a safety. What challenges and stress does that put on you when you have a quarterback who can keep a play going for so long and still find players downfield? You
just got to make sure you pass to receivers. Don't get lost in the fact that you think he might have gotten tackled or the receiver route might have been done, but the quarterback keeps the play alive, so receivers scramble. So you got to make sure you pass to receivers. That's the biggest thing, and we do it a lot of practice. So,
thanks.
Thank you guys.